I said some things I shouldn't have said. But I was just angry. Upset. You know how close I am to this movie deal.
You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must place your hand upon the stone.
This can't be happening. Let's see what this flavor does for me. I don't quite remember what happened. Did anyone see what I did? Hey! Are you okay?
This is a room of secrets. Do you know what I speak of?
Not a clue. It sure is creepy. I never did get to sign that movie contract. Oh shit! Now what?
We must remain vigilant. The Keepers will try to thwart us at every turn.
Is this important? It looks important.
SomEone key is the most powerful artifact in this or any other dimension.
Did Nero use this pen to kill his wife?
Here we go. The ritual has...
Oh god, this is a nightmare!
Easy there, cowboy.
It has to be.
What ritual?
You! You down there, please! Do something! Help me!
What am I supposed to do with this?
The worm must be taken to the center first. Only then will you have the means to repel the unearthly horde.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
4 must be collected. Only then can we prevent the destruction of your world.
I just realized, what if one time I don't change back? Does this give me the power to start arresting people? Could these be interdimensional beings we've been hearing about? Oh, now what? Hey, Wandering Hands. Get fresh with me, Buster! This can't be happening.
Double points!
Make hay while the sun shines.
The Ruby Rabbit. Each of you knows this place. What does it mean to you? Your sacrifice has been
Is this a
chosen.
dream?
I guess we just have to hold them off.
Please, let this be a dream.
Don't you dare lay a hand on me!
Help me!
What the hell is that? You want an aspirin or something? Quit snarling! You don't scare me! Is it even angrier without that head? I thought I'd seen everything.
Double points!
I take it that's a good thing.
Carpenter!
Someone's boarding up the barricades. Am I okay? Is everything normal? I'd recognize this rug anywhere, Mr. No-Hair Big Shot Studio Man. Are these the interdimensional beings we've been hearing about?
The burlesque. More than any other place in this city, your paths have crossed here. Your sacrifice has been chosen.
What is this?
These guys
Listen,
again?
he's done something! Jessica, please! You've got to help me! Please, Jessica! Ah! Ah!
None of you know what it's like only to be judged on how people see you. Oh, you look beautiful. It gets tiresome after a while. Back to my old self. And everything's still as messed up as it was before. Maybe I can trade this for something more valuable. Oh shit! Now what?
Your world, as it was, is still here. It shifted slightly, wrenched from its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabited it have succumbed to the darkness. They are echoes, trapped in the fractured shadow of reality.
Sucks being them. Yes. I better find some ammo. Why y'all here? I'm not putting on a show right now. Don't scare me. Ow. That's a little too close there. No break and no bullets. This sucks. maybe go annoy someone else? Needs must when that fucking shadow man fucks with me. What else can I do? Is it dead?
I've had just about as much as I can take.
I will dance all over your dumb ass. You know, I felt kind of indestructible when I was like that.
A man once waltzed into a club and swept me off my feet. He promised me the moon star and always talked good. We married after 20 days, but all that went away. And now you've got the eyes for me. So listen what I say. No kiss.
Nothing like a little Dutch courage.
cleansed. Your sins have allowed others to tear their way into you.
So, Mr. Scary Voice, how do we stop them?
Only another sacrifice will set them right.
Up close? You guys really stink. Go me, I guess. I hope that wasn't poison. Don't you dare touch me. How about that? Free ammo!
Why did you kill?
What? Kill who?
This was a good game, and I'm upset where they took it. Also, there was a lot of points where I could have made decent enough jokes, but I was muted, and now I am upset with myself. Also, I'm still frustrated, so I'm taking it on this. I tried downloading Doom to do that, but nope, won't download. My mustache itches. Still getting a little used to the sensitivity I put on from last time I played.
I can only help you if you confess. Only through acceptance can
Let's go. That's what I was looking for.
I'll never know.
Some good oranges. If you look at it from one direction, not the... Wait a minute. This is why it's my favorite gobblegum. Oops. This is comical, and if you don't like it, eat my left arm. Actually, don't do that because I need my left arm. You can eat my left arm hair. Because that'll grow back, probably. I hope. Well, based on that, I don't think it will. Okay, well, this might be a mistake to use. With it being around 7. And the zombies being big time. That's speed cola. Alright, Hilltop's over here. I'm gonna grab that.
What can I say? I've had worse.
Make funny noise. It didn't make a funny noise. Kyle, they're not making funny noises. Funny noise time. It's epic, guys. Oh no, I used it all. And I'm out of ammo for that. Fantastic.
Okay.
I go to box, see if I get a good... Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go to the box. I'm just gonna grab the shotgun.
Once again,
I wish I could grab a haircut too, but you know,
to violence.
you can't win everything.
You must confess.
He had what was coming to him. He was blackmailing me. I couldn't let him ruin my one chance at the big time. Besides, he was a piece of shit.
That's how I justify every friendship that ends badly. What people thought of me after they stopped being friends with me. Because sometimes, yeah, I was a piece of shit, but you know what? No, I don't think anyone deserves how. No one deserves the way I got treated. I ain't saying I got treated like a fucking a goddamn prisoner or a slave from the 1830s or whatnot, but like that wasn't fun, especially for my mental state. The only people I wish stuff like that on are like honestly people you would honestly. Why am I saying that so much today? I would only wish it on people who are legitimately classified as evil, like some people I know. Oh my god, it's coming on me. I don't want that.
Hey, keep your distance, creeps.
I know no one's watching me, and I really want Seth to watch me. That sounds wrong. I want Seth to join in and just talk to me. But for some reason, her joining and talking to me is as successful as my career on YouTube. Just barely. And by just barely, I mean not even barely. I mean like 0.1%. That was a joke. She joins more than that. It's just that I'm frustrated right now, and I'm taking it out on the fact that she won't join, like a chicken leg. I don't know. There were many times when I really just wanted to tell her just to fuck off, but you know the joke how like when lovey-dovey couples immediately after they're like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to them, run back to them as soon as they say something. That is how I feel about 80% of the time. The other 20%, I just want to eat my own fucking arms because, like, yes, I love her like more than anything, and I'd do anything for her. But like, I really want to talk to her, and the fact that she continuously either forgets or just neglects to re-add me / unblock my ass with PlayStation to talk, it gets on my nerves. Like, I told her earlier, I can help you through it, and she hasn't done it. She said when she gets home, and yes, there is a difficulty for her to do that. And yes, I know, but regardless, not regardless, I mean, she has her reasons, and I understand that. It's just the fact that makes me frustrated. It's like the fact that we can't talk normally, which honestly I fear is gonna be the downfall of us, which hopefully never happens because I love her so much. And I never want to have that. I wish I had better internet, because then I'd actually be able to play with her and her friends. Because, yeah, one time she had me act like another person, and she said if I played with them, I had to act like we didn't know each other. But I told her I'm not doing that shit. That shit legitimately hurts. Like, imagine your significant other, your wife, your husband, or whatever you want to call them, they ask you to, when sorry. Say you're meeting their friends for the first time, and they ask you not to pretend you guys don't know each other, you're just friends or whatnot. How would that feel? And yeah, she's apologized for it, and I understand why she did it, because...
Okay, I guess this goes here. Okay, I guess this goes here.
It's not fun. We had a talk the other night about why I felt, or not why I felt, but for how I felt and everything or whatnot. Basically clearing the air, or at least on my side. And she gave some context on why some stuff was like that, or something along those lines. And I'm glad we talked about that. But honestly, parts of it, I don't think were even listened to. And I know that sounds harsh, but let me make what I'm saying clear. I understand things are difficult, and I understand completely on why it's near impossible to... What am I trying to say? I know it's near impossible for us to talk 24/7. But the way I need to be loved is through actual talking. This texting stuff, yeah, that worked when we had our phones and we could text not here and there, but almost all the time, because it felt like we weren't far apart. Especially with this and YouTube being unreliable with common stuff. Number two, YouTube's also pretty shit for that. But three, she is not very good at it, in any context. she has worked, and I just failed because that's what happens when you're trying to think of how to say words, and you lose track on the buttons. She's not responding. This is getting on my nerves. I always tell myself I can't get upset with her. I sure as hell can get frustrated. And no matter how much I love her, oh god, I'm getting frustrated. And I'm sure she's frustrated too. With me, but... Not but. There's no buts there. I mean, there are buts, but yeah. I just wish we didn't have to sneak around and talk. Hell, I was thinking one time the other day about, oh, someone's finally watching. Depending on who it is, I'm really scared. If it's someone random, like, oh no. Oh no, that's not me. I know that. So, is that you?
You must place your hand upon the stone.
I can hear you.
It's not. Alright.
Are you the one I saw in my dream?
Fuck, I can't remember what I was saying. That random piece of shit.
Some kind of toxic chemical distribution.
Ah, fuck me. Eat. I can possibly... Oh, that's not how that works. Ah, shit. At least I have 4, and I don't use all.
Subsequent transformation, I grow ever more confident with my tentacles.
I can't remember. But I can't blame her for everything. And obviously I don't. The situation's just shit. And I really hope it resolves. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was thinking about asking her oh no. Who's watching? Oh. You caught me with my pants down, so I didn't expect you to actually join.
I can't tell you how many times I found this stuff.
What you up to?
Theater chair. And might have been a sword, unless of course you happen to be in a sword fight.
These are our true enemies.
And she's gone. For my first trick, I'll make the first setup disappear. I forgot the summoning key. I'm not good at this game. It's been so long my runs are thrown off.
Spellbinding illusions. I've seen this key
Oh,
in my
is
dreams,
back?
perhaps.
Why did I sound like Nero for a second? If you don't know, Nero's the person I'm playing as. Sev, are you eating crabs without me? Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone. So it wasn't Seb. Seb has disappeared.
My only friend.
It's the whole. I have committed another one. I did the magic trick again.
Only then will you have the means to repel the unearthly horde.
Well,
So I'm a magician like Nero.
to our current state.
I had time to look at the cat. Oh. Sev, did you know that 11 billion crabs went missing in Alaska? I think I told you a while ago, but I just wanted to reiterate 11 billion, not million, billion. So, I mean, that might make it a little more happy. They did the disappearing act.
Nero, I have the most wonderful news. The loan documents were fraudulent. Well, your wife was fraudulent. She forged your signature on the loan agreements, and we can prove it. The date on the forms says November 5th last year. Exactly the same time that you were in the hospital following your performance of the amphibious
Hey, Sev, you wanna know what you should do?
couldn't possibly have signed those papers. You were in a coma for the entire month.
That's sad. I wasn't venting in the stream. Don't watch it, please. I took a shower this morning when my power came back on. Wait, was that yesterday? It was one of the days. But, guess what you should do? Because you miss me, and I miss you.
I can hear you. Jeez, are you the one I saw in my dream?
Oh, my armpit itches. Don't do my favorite.
Then shoo, I will.
Oh, so next time you shower, I'll comfort you by being in your imagination. Because I can do that. Okay, first of all, I have a solution for that. Second of all, unblock my white ass. But first, before you do anything, do you want to talk about the narcissists that live in your home with you?
That's magic. If I'd done this back when I was performing, I'd have brought the house down.
Why would you bring the house down when you're performing? It kills the audience.
Imagine some manifestations are different, and not in a good way.
My pants be brown now, Sev. Please change me.
Manifestations are different, and not in a good way.
Oh, you actually said asshole. I'm proud of you. Why do you do it tomorrow morning? And why'd you get yelled at? Was it for something you didn't even know what was wrong, like usual? Which is really sad now that I say it out loud, and even when I think about it. Alright, good night. I love you. I'm sorry, Sev.
There must be a method to this madness, a reason to take that hideous form.
The ruby rabbit. Knows your sacrifice.
Strange otherworld beings, did we invoke your presence again? Could you just not do that?
Me with many things in my life. That wrong time. I really want to just cry right now. But you know why I won't do that? Because I'm broken and I cannot. Also, I was conditioned that crying when you're a man is pussiness. But oh.
We should direct our fire towards its heads. The brain has to be in one of them.
It's in none of them. I don't got brain.
Be gone from whence or whence you came.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a small part of me that feels like Sev just leaves on a stream like this half the time to play games with people.
Perhaps we may yet snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
I have no reason not to trust her, but why do I always have to say but? I need to work through my issues. Game, you really gotta use one of my fucking...
mysterious forces.
It really did that.
Your world, as it was, is still here.
I have no reason not to trust Sev.
Wrenched from its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabit
I really need to work myself out. And I don't mean just physically, because I do need to do that. Bro. Whenever Sev leaves like that, it makes me violently upset. And I don't mean that like, oh, I'm gonna get violent. It just makes me very, very sad. Because you wait all day, you want to talk to her, and then she has to go. You talked for, how long was it? Didn't really say. Let's say about 5 minutes at most. I do want to admit something if she is still listening. I feel like she's drifting away, and that honestly terrifies me. Because one of my the closest friends, it felt like they were doing that. And when I lashed out, I ended up ruining things. And I'm terrified I'm going to do that to her. It feels like she's drifting, even though I know it's just called being independent. And I'm scared. That is definitely something I'm going to have to work out in counseling. If I only had better internet, it probably wouldn't feel like this. I could probably play games with her more than not, and I could be in parties with her friends and get along and whatnot, and just not feel like this. But since Spectrum's not going to be out here in a number of weeks or months,
I'm invincible. I can't be vinced. I'm invincible. Who's trying to vince me? Is vincible even a thing?
at the time when she was playing with friends, I got very jealous, and so jealous, in fact, that I either cried or got off because that is what 2023 was like for me. It was filled with a really great part, but also a really, really really shit part. I met the girl of my dreams, and then she got ripped from me.
See the amazing Nero perform the knives.
And now we just have to talk in secret, and I have to sit idly by when I know she's in a fucking shit house, and I can't do jack goddamn shit. Because I'm in another state. Although it went from an online relationship to just simply a long distance, or that's how it felt / feels, I guess. I don't know. There's another big part of me that just worries that once we meet in person, she's going to take one look at me and decide she doesn't want to be with me. It's going to be like that Maui situation minus I'm not the child, and we're a couple. This metaphor's falling apart. If this is my reaction to her becoming independent, what's my reaction going to be when, say, she gets goes to college? What if you have to do long distance again, which, hell, I can't do that again. I'd have to move with her for that, because long distance is fucking painful. You can only do so much of it here and there. And with our entire relationship being founded on line and then becoming a long distance thing, I'm just scared. Because when it feels like she's drifting away and I can't do shit about it, besides talk to her here and there. And it doesn't feel reciprocated half the time when I tell her I love her, or that I feel love for her.
You have blood on your hands. A big scientist.
And it feels egotistical of me to show her the love she shows me, but not accept it half the time. But half the time is a lot better than none of the time, which is where I was at for a while. I'm gonna make a promise right here that I'm gonna try to be better. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to be better, per se, or act better, or think better. But hell, I promise I'm gonna try. I'm already trying to work on myself physically, and hell, I've been going to counseling for about 3 years now, off and on. Oh, kind of technically, mentally. Hell, if we didn't have all those obstacles to talk, say our parents didn't become, or not, didn't become, say they fucking came to their senses and allowed us to talk, then that'd be ideal, I guess. Hell, if you let us do that and now with, like, limitations, I'd be fine with it. Like, say, for this long, for these amount of days, like, say they were like, you can talk for 76 hours over these amount of days, and say, like, they're like 5 days. Hell, if it was just like 8 hours a day, that's a lot better than what we got now, because when we first got back talking, it was about 6 hours a day, I'd say, like for 4 days, maybe a week or 2 at best. But immediately after that was when the drop-off happened. Like, oh, fuck it. It's like going from the shore, walking out into the ocean, practically, is what it felt like. Oh, you gotta be fucking... Well, I'm gonna try another map. You know what? It says parents ever in this fucking video. Fuck you for one. And 2, how horrible do you have to be to tell someone that their child isn't going to be with them and that they are going to move on? How shit do you have to be as a parent to say that? Of course, you understand it if someone was a bad influence, say like they got them into drugs or whatnot, but they were already doing that. Like, I'm not saying Seth was doing meth or anything. They just smoked like weed once or twice here and there. Yes, that's an exaggeration because they did it a few times. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. The thing is, I'm not the bad influence. I know saying that makes it sound like, oh, I'm making an excuse or something. No, legitimately. I felt, and I think she felt the same thing, that I was the safe thing. I was the safe place for her. Obviously, there were times when it felt like she didn't want to talk to me or something like that. But that's way different than what it became. And also what her parents either depicted or thought, or whatever you want to say. her parents, I'd say, outright fucking evil. Like, if I was a fucking officer of the law, I'd legitimately go and arrest them. I'm not gonna get into it, because those are Stubbs' problems, but they are fucking evil. It fucking eats at me that I am not in that same fucking state with her to help her. Really. I really wanted to tell Sal about the gift I got her, because I don't know if I have already, but... So if you watch this later, and get to this point, I got you a necklace for our anniversary, if I haven't told you already. It's got a turtle and a heart in it, and there's an engraving on it that says, I love you always and forever. Because that is true. I'm sorry that I've been so cheesy, and that the cheesiness is getting on your nerves. But it's become my coping mechanism. Because, for an example of what happens when I don't think cheesiness, because cheesiness is practically the positive side. An example is when you weren't fucking... Yeah, can't be negative. When you weren't responding at all to me, all I could think of was that you were just ignoring me. Even though that if I know it's probably not the case, considering your living situation. I can't tell if it's even connected to jealousy right now. I don't think it is, but... I like that one grand. It's a very nice. It was very nice. Gun. The MX Grand isn't too bad, it's just not that great in my opinion. I don't really like the fact that it doesn't let you reload yourself. And also the model of it is just not very appealing. Like, look at it. It looks like it's trying to be the M1 brand in like body type, but they just try to make it into a modern day weapon. Which, understandable, but the execution was poor in my opinion. I can't do much better, I don't think. But making it looks like those BB guns you'll get at Walmart or something. Like the texture, I mean. That's what it looks like. Oh, by the way, Sev, your package with your necklace comes in tomorrow. Also, I did buy myself something. I bought a movie. that I really like, and I really want to watch it with you. I tried buying it, but my mom had to buy it because Amazon wasn't working with me. I forgot I have Keith's over here. I kind of feel like Seth fell asleep with the stream on. I really hope she didn't, because if like someone walks in and sees that, they're gonna be really confused, and then they're gonna figure it out. I think this is gonna be my last game, because I am getting kind of tired, and I have shit to do tomorrow. Because I gotta, one, get up and make sure I'm ready, because I gotta go to my school. Two, one, fill out a form. Two, check with my guidance counselor, like the class counselor or whatever, to fix my online classes, because for some reason shit's blocked and I need to get into it. And then, two, watch out for my package to come in. Three, try to talk to Sev if I am able to. Four, before the second to last part I said, I'm gonna go see my mama because she just had knee surgery. And it's been like, I'd say a month or so, almost 2 months since I've seen her. The last time I saw her was before Christmas. One of the things I remind myself that makes me really happy is that one day, eventually, me and Sev, we're gonna be together in person, obviously. But I get to have, at least from what I can tell, 3 decent in-laws. Sev's Nana, or Grandma, whatever you want to call it. Because I call mine Mama. And her sister, or her half-sister, I believe. Kehlani? I don't know. And then her nephew Dash, which will technically be my nephew by then, or I don't know how that works. I think? I'm not sure. But, yeah, I'm excited to have those 3 as in-laws, because Sev absolutely loves Dash. And her sister is nice from what I've heard. Like, they get along, at least. And her Nana actually really likes me. Apparently, she really thinks I'm good for Sev. And I'm really glad about that, because I love Sev, and I always want the best for her. And I know that that's really, like, that's standard for a relationship, but you'd be surprised on, like, the lengths I'd go for her. I literally, you leave her if that, okay, I could phrase this better. If she wanted to leave me because she wasn't happy, I'd I'd understand. If she wasn't feeling loved and needed a break or something like that, that's understandable. Or something along those lines, anything like that. Because I love her and want the absolute best for her, no matter if I'm in her life or not. Fuck yeah, Fuji. Let's go to level 9. Yeah, Gorgonzola, I think. I don't know where that's from. I think that's a restaurant. Also, I remember when Steph asked me to pretend I was her friend Tyler when her sister was around. I always referred myself in the third person despite her, because it made her upset. And I was upset that she told me to pretend I wasn't me, so I just pissed her off. But now things are squared away, so if something like that happens again, like me having to pretend, I'm just gonna have Steph pretend like we're playing online a game together, because at least then I'm not pretending to be just a friend. So obviously stranger isn't much better. It's probably a little worse, but at least it doesn't make me feel friend zoned. Because I don't know if anyone else agrees, but the friend zone isn't that great. I'd say 4 or 5 times in my life. There was one girl that I liked back in freshman year. She's an absolute asshole in reality, but back then I just kind of liked her. It was a little crush, nothing really serious. I remember I got her like something for Valentine's Day. Never accepted it, but took it anyway. She was an ass. And then there was one of my old friends, which is probably the only thing I'll regret in my life. That's not. But yeah, that really hurt because we were really close friends and I ruined things. And that's how I developed my abandonment issues for the most part, because we were so close, and then out of the blue, when she wanted a break to like figure things out, because like obviously she friend zoned me, but she just needed a break from me, which is understandable. But she just blocked me out of the blue. And by blocked me, I think she just unadded me, but I don't know. It wasn't really fun, but it was 3 years ago now. Honestly, I think if we wanted to be friends again, like especially on her part, if we really wanted to connect again, we could, because I think our friendship was fucking special. I remember we really got into fights, and whenever we fought, it was like understandable from what side, or whichever side, I guess. But I really don't remember any major fight. I do remember the biggest fuck up I made, besides asking her to be more than friends. About like 3 months, 4 maybe, before. No, it was 2 months before. That doesn't make it better. It was probably like the biggest selfish moment I've ever had. Because there was this girl we met through friends at the time who I dated like 2 years before. No, the summer before, and that kind of influenced what happened. Technically, but basically, I was still like reeling from what happened with, as me and Sev called them, because they are not she anymore. They are technically, they really want to be he, but I don't know anymore, so I just refer to them as they. So I asked out the friend that me and I'll call her E, my old friend E. The mutual friend asked out E, I'd say a month before, and then I asked out E one night when I had told E that I thought I had a crush on them, and E asked if I wanted them to back off, and I said no. And after that, I went ahead and just asked them out, even after saying I didn't want them to back off. And understandably so, it hurt E. And I tried to regain the trust I had before, and I don't think I really ever did. I made the situation myself, and that was a really big mistake. About a month later, me and E started talking again. After profuse apologies and whatnot, we were starting to become friends again, I guess you could call it. We were good friends before, and we were becoming good friends again. But then I started getting feelings for them. And I didn't realize it then, but I realized after that I more than likely asked out the person because I was jealous. Because I had feelings for E back in 8th grade, and then I suppressed them when I thought that she was a lesbian, but it turned out she was bi. There was never really, I don't know, but I asked them out. I asked E out, and E was understandably caught off guard, and after I had gone home, because we were hanging out at their place, I just asked for them to forget the whole thing. And then after that, looking back on it now, it's kind of probably the a bad idea. They were asking my advice for a girl that they liked at school. I don't think it was even a month later. But he was drifting away anyway, and I didn't know what to do. And I lashed out, and I blamed the mutual friend that we had. And then he told me that she needed a break, which is understandable. I had practically lost my mind. But then they just up and left me completely, which there is some credence, but I wish it just wasn't how it ended. From what I've seen, which isn't really a lot, because it's just been over 3 years here and there. Also, whenever I accidentally go on my old Instagram account, because I made a new one when I got a new phone, because sometimes it'll like log me in there, because for some reason it just gives me both feeds. I'll see like pictures of her and her girlfriend, and she looks like she's doing well for herself, and I'm really happy for her, because she deserves to be doing well. And I just wish we could have stayed friends. So, Emma, if you ever see this, I just realized it. Alright, I guess the cat's in the bag. Emma, if you ever see this and you want to try to be friends again, I'm always here. And I apologize for how things ended, especially since it was completely my fault. But the friend, the mutual friend zoned me too. That was the second friend zone. And there was, okay, chronology or was the random asshole from school. Then the mutual friend, then Emma. And then there was a girl. She was a cheerleader. She was a complete asshole. I don't even know why I liked her. We were trying to become friends, but it didn't really pan out. Because she took a joke the wrong way. And blocked me. Which was hilarious now, in retrospective. That was 4. Then there was... was there someone? Oh, right. Before their mutual friend, there was the friend before, or before them, there was the person that was transitioning, and at the time he didn't do that. But it's not their real name, so I'm just gonna call them what we called them then, Mala. Mala was, we were friends for about 3 years at the time, and we were together off, or we on, then off, then on, then off, twice for really. The first time was a week, and then they broke up with me, saying that they weren't sure they liked guys, or that, and they were in love with their friend, which was a weak relationship, so yeah, it didn't really affect me. I was sad, me and Emma talked, and that was that. And then, I'd say a month later, after a situation where they ran down to my house, we got together, and we were together for a month, and that was probably a really bad decision, because that sent me for a loop for the next year. Well, a year and a half. No, for about maybe half a year. Because they had the same reason. And the thing that made me so mad was they were in love with their best friend, the mutual friend between me and Emma, the entire time we were together. And that hurt me more than the breakup. I tried taking so many breaks from them, but they weren't having it. They thought every break I needed was me abandoning them. After that, I tried to take about a month away. That didn't really pan out, but I technically had a crush on them. Well, somewhat of a crush, I'd say. There was definitely some sort of feeling left for them for the entire duration of that friendship. And it culminated in the end of the relationship, our friendship, last 2 years ago, technically. At the end of 2022, from, was it July? No, maybe the end of June. It was after my birthday, I know that. And things got not sexual in a normal way, but physical. No, we didn't really have sex. We didn't have sex, I should say. And I'm glad, because if it went that far, I would regret the entire thing. But with what happened, which I've, at this point, in being 2 years older, that may not sound a lot, but I'm not going to say that. It may not sound like a lot, but you change a lot in 2 years. Hell, you change a lot in a few months. But I feel like we both need to make that mistake. I just wish, I don't wish, actually, I'm right off without them. It just shouldn't have been blamed on me, because they weren't sure they liked sex. They said they were Arrow Ace, and that's understandable, completely understandable. But when you have something like that, like we did, whatever you want to call it, I'll just refer to it as frisking, because it was nothing below the belt happened. When you have something like that and you try to blame the other person, which is practically what they did. They tried to pin it on me by, okay, let me word this correctly. They were trying to say it wasn't neither our fault, which it was technically neither our faults, but both of our faults, if that makes sense. But they angled it towards me. And that is probably the worst thing you can do, because that sent me, not on a loop, but when they blocked me, removed me as a friend or whatnot, which because we were supposed to hang out New Year's for 2023, it led me to a breakdown. Which at this point, being over 2 years ago, well, no, being over a year from, if that same thing happened to me right now, like, remove stuff from the picture, just like, put I'm having a stroke, put me from now in that position, I wouldn't have batted an eye. Because at that point I've realized we were going apart, and they were being a shit friend too. Because it felt like they were using me. In hindsight, they probably were. Alright, that's gonna be it for the stream. Just, so if you're listening to this point, I hope you know, I regret very few things in life, and our relationship and you are not one of them. I love you with all my heart. Good night or good morning whenever you see this.